In Xi'an, Shaanxi today, stands the largest mausoleum in the world. It not only boasts an army formation composed of 10,000 soldiers, but deep within its interior hides a magnificent underground palace that no one has dared to excavate to this day. Who is the owner of this underground imperial palace? Who endured hardships from childhood, ascended the throne at 13, took full control of state affairs at 22, and after 10 years of campaigns, finally unified the 6 kingdoms into one? Who standardized the writing system and axle lengths, campaigned south against the Baiyue tribes, attacked the Xiongnu in the north, and built the Great Wall to protect China for generations? In this video, let's thoroughly understand the legendary life of Emperor Yingzheng, the first emperor of Qin in one go, Emperor Yingzheng of Qin. Have you forgotten the great wish of the successive kings of Qin to unify the world? No! I was born a hostage. The people of Zhao spat on the face of the former king and whipped me with horsewhips. Where were my relatives then? Where were your ancestors then? From his birth in Handan, Zhao, in 259 BCE, to his death in Shaqiu, Xingtai, into 10 BCE, Yingzheng lived only 49 years, but his life was filled with extraordinary adventures and dangers. Emperor Qin Shi Huang bore the surname Ying and clan name Zhao, also known as Zhao Zheng or Zulong, and was commonly referred to as Yingzheng in later generations. His father, Prince Yiren, though a son of the Qin royal family, was not favored by the imperial household. Yiren's father had many sons, and due to the tense relations between Qin and Zhao, Yiren was sent to Zhao as a hostage in the Warring States period. Sending hostages between states was a very common practice. Into 59 BCE, a baby boy who would strike fear into the hearts of all warlords in the Warring States was born. He was none other than Yingzheng, who would later make all warlords tremble with fear as Emperor Qin Shi Huang. At this time, with the help of Baiyue, Yingzheng's father had been adopted by Lady Huayang, the favorite concubine of King Xi'an of Qin, and renamed Zichu. Lady Huayang was originally a noble from Chu, but her greatest regret in life was not having any children of her own. Thus, Zichu was deeply favored by Lady Huayang. In 251 BCE, King Xiaoxiang of Qin passed away, and King Xiaoan of Qin ascended the throne. Zichu, Yingzheng's father, was established as the crown prince. Zhao had no choice but to send Zichu's wife Xiaoji and their son Yingzheng back to Qin. At the age of 9, Yingzheng set foot on Qin's land for the first time, beginning his legendary life. But no one expected that. After observing a year of mourning, King Xiaoan of Qin suddenly passed away due to illness only 3 days after his coronation. Zichu thus smoothly ascended the throne as King Zhuangxiang of Qin. Baiyue, a merchant from Wei, had felt deep sympathy for the struggling Zichu. When doing business in Handan, Zhao, he regarded Zichu as a valuable commodity with great potential for the future, and thus decided to invest in him. When Zichu became King Zhuangxiang of Qin, the angel investor Baiyue was appointed as the Prime Minister of Qin, and in Feft as Lord Wenzin for his meritorious service. In May 247 BCE, King Zhuangxiang of Qin, who was in his prime, unfortunately passed away. After enduring much suffering, the 13-year-old Yingzheng finally ushered in a turning point in his life, and was established as King of Qin. As he was not yet an adult, the power of governing the state was held by Baiyue, and Yingzheng also honored Baiyue as his second father, but no one expected that. While openly holding the reins of the court, Baiyue had been having an affair with the Queen Dowager, Yingzheng's mother Xiaoji, for many years in secret. Later, seeing that King Yingzheng was growing older, Baiyue began to worry that if this hidden relationship was exposed, the consequences would be unimaginable. He thus ordered his retainer Laoai to shave his beard and pretend to be a eunuch, sending him to Queen Dowager Xiaoji to satisfy her desires. With the Queen Dowager's power, Laoai ran amok in the palace, becoming a powerful force second only to Baiyue in Qin. Laoai indulged in pleasures with the Queen Dowager in the harem all day, and the Queen Dowager even became pregnant with Laoai's children. This made Laoai even more reckless, and on one occasion, after getting drunk, he said to a minister, "I am the stepfather of the king, "How dare you provoke me?" The minister was extremely angry and took the opportunity to expose Lao Ai's secret relationship with the Queen Dowager to King Yingzheng. Learning of his mother's immoral behavior, Yingzheng was furious. But at this time, he still had to learn to endure. Into 39 BCE. King Yingzheng of Qin was already 21 years old, approaching the age to take full control of state affairs. The scandal of Lao Ai's affair with the Queen Dowager came to light. Enraging Yingzheng, Lao Ai decided to go all out and planned to launch a rebellion. When Yingzheng traveled to Yongcheng to hold the coronation ceremony at the Qinian Palace. However, Yingzheng had already deployed 3,000 elite troops at the Qinian Palace, easily defeating the rebel army. Seeing that the situation was unfavorable, Lao Ai turned to attack Xianyang Palace, but the palace was also fully defended by troops. Yingzheng had Lao Ai executed by tearing him apart with chariots, and killed the 2 illegitimate sons he had with the Queen Dowager. He also took the opportunity to remove Baiyue from his position as prime minister and exile him to Baiyue. Baiyue knew well that his relationship with Yingzheng was irreparable, so he drank poisoned wine and ended his life. Since then, the 22-year-old Yingzheng finally began to govern personally. He reused talents who shared his aspirations, such as Wei Yang and Li Si, and embarked on the path of conquering the 6 kingdoms to dominate the world. In 236 BCE, a war broke out between Zhao and Yan. Under the pretext of rescuing Yan, Yingzheng dispatched generals such as Wang Jian to lead troops to attack Zhao from both sides. They successively captured many cities in Zhao and incorporated the Jiangsu River basin of Zhao into Qin's territory. In 234 BC, King Yingzheng of Qin launched a second attack on Zhao, establishing the Yanwen Commandery and Yunzhong Commandery in the occupied Zhao territories. In 231 BCE, faced with Qin's aggressive advances, Wei was forced to cede part of its land to Qin, and Han also had to surrender Nanyang to Qin. At this time, Qin was fully prepared, and King Yingzheng was ready to launch his lightning-fast wars of conquest. In 230 BCE, Yingzheng sent Naishi Tang to attack Han, capturing King and of Han. Han perished. Into 28 BCE, Qin defeated the Zhao army in a major battle, capturing the king of Zhao. Prince Jia of Zhao led hundreds of his clansmen to flee to Dai Commandery of Zhao, proclaiming himself king of Dai. Zhao fell. Into 25 BCE, King Yingzheng of Qin sent General Wang Ben to attack Wei, besieging the Wei capital Daliang, and diverting the Yellow River to flood the city. After 3 months, Daliang's city walls collapsed, and the king of Wei surrendered. Wei was destroyed. In 223 BC, King Yingzheng of Qin dispatched Wang Jian and Meng Wu with 600,000 troops to defeat the Chu army in Qi, forcing the Chu general Shang Yan to commit suicide. They later captured the Chu capital Shuqian, taking the king of Chu prisoner. A year later, Wang Jian pacified the Jiangnan region of Chu, subdued the ruler of Yu, and established Kuaiji Commandery. Chu was officially conquered. In the same year, King Yingzheng of Qin sent Wang Ben to attack Liaodong of Yan, capturing King Shi of Yan. Yan perished. In 221 BC, Yingzheng sent Wang Ben to attack Qi, the last of the 6 kingdoms, capturing King Jian of Qi. Qi fell. Since then, Qin had conquered all the vassal states, completing the unification of the world and establishing the first unified empire in human history. China officially entered the imperial era. After unifying the 6 kingdoms, Yingzheng believed that his achievements surpassed those of the 3 sovereigns and 5 emperors. He thus took one character from each Huang sovereign and Di emperor to form the title Huangdi emperor, becoming the first monarch in history to use this title. He also implemented the system of 3 dukes and 9 ministers, abolishing the enfeoffment system and replacing it with the commandery county system. This system influenced China's historical structure for more than 2,000 years thereafter. He standardized the writing system and axle lengths, unified the currency and weights and measures, campaigned south to Baiyue, attacked the Xiongnu in the north, and ordered the construction of the Great Wall to protect the Huaxia nation from foreign invasions. However, in his later years, Emperor Qin Shi Huang began seeking immortality through immortality practices, imposing harsh governance and oppressing the people, suppressing intellectual development. and shaking the foundation of the Qin dynasty's rule. To stabilize his rule, he issued an edict ordering the burning of historical records of the 6 kingdoms and works of the 100 schools of thought except those of Qin. Those who discussed the Book of Songs and Book of Documents were executed. From then on, the era of the contention of 100 schools of thought came to an end. The alchemists supported by Emperor Qin Shi Huang with enormous wealth not only failed to find the elixir of immortality, but also mocked him behind his back. Enraged, Emperor Qin Shi Huang ordered the burial of more than 460 people alive. Although the incident was not triggered by true Confucian scholars, the pit of Confucian scholars has been linked to the burning of books by later generations. Into 10 BCE, the 49-year-old Emperor Qin Shi Huang suddenly passed away at the Xiongnu Palace during his 5th Eastern inspection tour. Zhao Gao persuaded Hu Hai and threatened Li Si, and the two conspired at the Xiongnu Palace to forge Emperor Qin Shi Huang's edict, allowing Hu Hai to inherit the throne as Qin or Shi, second Emperor of Qin. Due to the hot weather, Emperor Qin Shi Huang's body had decomposed and emitted a foul odor. To cover up the truth and ensure his smooth ascension to the throne, Hu Hai ordered people to buy a large number of stinking abalones and load them on the carriage. To mask the stench of the corpse, this eternal emperor, who dominated the world in his lifetime, finally entered the underground palace of his mausoleum built by 720,000 people over 40 years as a decomposed and stinking corpse. Why did the Qin dynasty, which completed the Great Unification, perish only 14 years later?